Hello and welcome back to Everything Boats with Captain Frank Lanier, where we discuss boats and boating, from maintenance and repairs to seamanship and safety, as well as everything in between. This podcast is a companion to my YouTube channel of the same name, so if you like and find it useful, be sure to subscribe and please check out my YouTube channel as well, where you'll find hundreds of informative videos on pretty much every boating topic imaginable.
Today, we're going to be talking about how to maintain your inflatable PFDs, your inflatable life jackets. The comfort of an inflatable life jacket is a beautiful thing. It means the boater is more likely to actually wear it while enjoying the water, which is the end goal when it comes to life jackets and safety. So here's how to keep your inflatable PFDs in peak condition. So let's start off by talking a little bit about the different types and styles of PFD. Inflatable PFDs come in a wide variety of configurations, from belt pack units and life vests with or without integral safety harnesses to inflatable jackets. But while you should always read and follow the manufacturer's recommended maintenance schedule and requirements for your specific unit, here are some general recommendations that are a good starting point for inspecting any inflatable PFD. The goal of routine maintenance checks is to ensure all parts of your inflatable life jacket, the shell, the bladder, the inflation mechanism, and the CO2 cartridge are in serviceable condition. Here's a generic schedule of periodic checks for each. Keep it in mind that they can be modified or added to as needed. First up, let's start with what you should look for every time you use your inflatable PFD. Number one, visually inspect the unit for signs of abrasion, rips, tears, punctures, stitching failure, or any other physical damage. Check that all buckles and straps and hardware are in serviceable condition. If it's equipped with a service indicator, verify that it's green. Red means that the mechanism is damaged, or has been activated, or it's incorrectly installed. Keep in mind that some PFDs have more than one status indicator, so check the owner's manual if unsure about your particular model. Inspect the auto inflation system if so equipped and verify that it's armed. There are two main types: hydrostatic, which is pressure sensing, and bobbin type, which is water soluble auto inflation systems. If the unit has a hydrostatic indicator, verify that it's not expired. If it's a bobbin type, verify that the white peel is intact and is within its expiration date. If a date of manufacture is provided, but no expiration date is, replace per the manufacturer's recommendations. This is typically 2 to 3 years for bobbins and 3 to 5 years for hydrostatic inflators, depending on the model and manufacturer. Number 4, verify that the CO2 cartridge is free from corrosion and firmly installed. Number 5, check the oil inflation tube. Verify that the protective dust cap on the end of the tube is in place. Number 6, check the manual inflation pull tab to make sure that it's properly positioned and easily accessible. Sometimes when you repack these things, the manual pull tab gets caught up in the Velcro or inside the shell, and it's not easily accessible. Number 7, verify that all zippers are operational with pull tabs in the ready position, and that all hook and loop fasteners, aka Velcro, closures are aligned properly. Number 8, if the unit is a combination PFD and safety harness, inspect the harness as well as the crotch and leg straps for condition and proper alignment. And finally, number 9, inspect and test operation of any ancillary equipment such as a strobe light or whistle. Next up, checks you should do every 2 months for your inflatable PFDs. Number 1, fully inflate the PFD using the oil inflation valve and let it sit overnight, 16 to 18 hours. A noticeable loss of firmness indicates a leak, in which case the unit must be returned to the manufacturer for inspection and servicing. Before returning, however, first check that the oil inflation valve located at the end of the oil inflation tube is operating properly. Sometimes these stick open or seal improperly. The PFD inflated, test the inflation tube valve by immersing it in water, being careful to keep the auto inflator dry. If bubbles leak from the valve, remove it from the water, deflate the PFD, and oily reinflate again. Sometimes this will help the valve seat properly. Test the inflator again, and if it continues to leak, return the PFD to the manufacturer for repairs. Number 2, if no leaks are noted, deflate your PFD by turning the inflation tube cap upside down and pressing it against the inflation valve to open it, and gently squeeze the bladder until all air has been removed. Once deflated, repack the PFD per the manufacturer's instructions, ensuring that the manual activation pull tab lanyard is accessible and where it should be. Now we're going to talk about annual inspections. Number one, open up the PFD and hand wash it in warm water using mild soap. Then rinse it with fresh water, being careful to keep the auto inflator dry. Now we're going to talk about annual inspections of your inflatable PFDs. First off, open up the PFD and hand wash it in warm water using mild soap. Then rinse it with fresh water, being careful to keep the auto inflator dry. Never dry clean your inflatable or use harsh chemicals such as bleach or ammonia to clean it. After washing, hang it on a plastic coat hanger and allow it to air dry. Never dry it by applying direct heat. Once your PFD is dry, inspect the shell, the cover material, and webbing and stitching for damage, deterioration, or seam failure. Access and remove the CO2 cartridge and inspect it for issues such as corrosion or whatever. Reinstall following the manufacturer's instructions, being sure not to over tighten it. A lot of times the housing for these CO2 cartridges may be plastic, and if you crank it down, it can crack them. Conduct the 2-month inflation and leak test as described previously. Next, test all your anti-sealer equipment. For strobes, POBs, and other electronics, verify battery expiration dates and replace if required. Then you repack the unit per the manufacturer's instructions. Let's talk a little bit about storage. Always follow the manufacturer's recommendations regarding storage of your inflatable PFD. In general, they should be hung on a plastic coat hanger in a dry, well-ventilated location away from direct sunlight. If they're wet, allow them to dry completely before storage. If exposed to salt water, rinse with fresh water and then allow to dry before storage. Finally, always contact the manufacturer if you have any questions or there are any doubts regarding the proper way to inspect, service, or store your inflatable PFD.
I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And if so, and you want to buy Captain Frank a cup of coffee, please click on the support link in the text description below. All monies received, not spent on coffee, will go towards making even more awesome podcasts for my channel. And as always, thank you for your support.